And then we moved to Supercard of Honor. And, I don't want to ever give away too much of the magic, especially with that trilogy. But putting the match together at Supercard of Honor was such a breeze, so easy. It was a pleasure hearing the philosophies they had, contradicting or comparing and contrasting whatever the philosophies we had was so beautiful to me. Like, it was such a learning experience for me.
So you were good dance partners in and out of the ring.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we had a lot of respect for each other personally and professionally, but personally, because both those guys are family men. Obviously I'm a family man too. And we also both had something to prove. Like I said, our 2021 wasn't the greatest. We weren't proud of it. Not any, besides, a couple of matches here and there. We weren't proud of what we had accomplished since we've been to AEW. We'd had some bright spots, like, being the tag champions or whatever. But we weren't really necessarily proud of what we had accomplished yet. And we knew there was more that we could accomplish. And on the flip side of that, the Briscoes knew that, or no, they didn't know, excuse me. They didn't know what was going to happen with Ring of Honor. And so they're like, well, we got to make a statement for us too. Like, we don't know where our future lies, what we're going to do for the future. And so they were of the same mindset as us, even though we weren't the main event and we felt we should have been or could have been the main event. We wanted to steal the show, and we wanted to steal the show, but we also wanted to make it logical as to our characters and to our story as well. We knew we could go if they were going to go out, if Ring of Honor was going to go out, we, the four of us, could go out with a blaze of glory and say, this is who we are. This is what we represent. And we deserve a job somewhere. We deserve to be on national television every week somewhere. And that was our mindset going into it. And then the match happened, man. It was fucking magical. You were there for that?
I wasn't there for that, but
Okay.
I was there for Final Battle. I was there when you walked in the ring. I have a picture, and it's also a GIF of you guys entering the ring, so I'll send that to you because that's the first time you guys met right there at Final Battle. But that first, and we'll talk about the wrestling. We'll get to the real world in a second, but that match changed everything. It changed everything for you, and it changed everything for the Briscoes. It's hard to imagine a tag team match where both tag teams benefited more in real life than that first match that you guys had.
Yeah, it was something we both needed. Both teams needed, like I said, and I feel like not by itself, but I feel like it helped usher in but it helped usher in reintroduce a style of wrestling that maybe had been missing for a while, but also upgraded to 2022 standards. I feel like it ushered in a Mid-South kind of feel, Mid-Atlantic kind of feel, almost a late 90s wrestling kind of feel too, but with some of the false finishes on the back end. But also, if you look at the match, if you watch the match, there was no, and we'll get into a deep dive, I'm sure we will, and I don't want to go too much into it, but there were no convoluted spots. There was no dipping and dodging and up and down and through the legs, up on the shoulders, down. You know what I'm saying? It was all punching, and it was all kicking and forearms and simple reversals and things like that. And we just beat the shit out of each other, man. We really did beat the shit out of each other. So I'm so proud of that match. I'm so proud of that moment. I'm so proud to be part of that with them.